What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Hoops AM, man. It's been a minute. We know, but hey, we're back at it. Honestly, we basically just took a break this summer because there wasn't like a whole lot happening in the basketball world. And now that the season started back, we're like, hey, we have to get back to it. So, what do you got to say, Andrew?
Yeah, man. Like obviously we wanted to be a bit more consistent. I know we kind of say this every time now, but like Micah said, there really wasn't too much going on. Like a lot of the big players that could have moved didn't. Um, Biggest move of the off season was probably a trade that didn't really affect too much of the league, honestly. But yeah, glad to be back, picking it up at a good time. The NBA's back in full function, so
Yeah, well,
yeah,
nearly. We have a few early injuries and stuff, which sucks to see so like early on in the season. We're only like what
yeah,
3 weeks in now, but hey, it's to be expected, honestly. Last year was way worse, to be completely honest. But yeah, let's get to it, man.
yeah.
So we're gonna start off with our winners and losers so far in the first 2 weeks of the season. Do you want to go ahead and start off with your first winner, Andrew?
Yeah, did we want to start winners? Yeah, we can do
Yeah,
that.
let's do that. Start off on a
One
positive note.
winner, yeah, one winner for me, and not really even so much related to their record, but it's the Spurs, although they do have a good
Mhm.
record, even though they
I
lost
got them
last
too.
night. And basically, what I have is that whatever you thought Wemby was coming into this season, he exceeded your expectations like 10x. So the Spurs are definitely early winners of the year. Um, like even last night watching the game, like when Wemby fouled out, it's like, oh my gosh, we can actually go into the paint and we have a chance to score or we have a chance to defend them consistently. Like he is just such a game wrecker with some of the best highlights like we've ever seen from a player early on this year. Like we're 8 games into the
Borderline the
season.
best highlights
Yes, yes. So
already.
I said they do have a good record, but besides their record, they could have lost all their games on buzzer beaters. Just seeing Wemby's development so far is far ahead of schedule, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And even like their record wise, they're 5-2, man. 5-2 is good for I believe the fifth seed in the West right now. Which, hey, the West is always a dogfight. They were between 3 or 4 games between the eighth and I believe sixth seed
Yeah,
last
every
year
year, yeah.
to try to thug it out and make the playoffs. And I believe nobody really expected this huge leap from the Spurs this year. Um, Even players like Castle that took a major leap so far. He's now a 20 point per game scorer, averaged around 14, 15 in his rookie of the year season, but he's played great. And I think the big reason that the Spurs have looked really good so far is their defensive prowess as a whole. Obviously, Wemby's averaging 4 blocks a game.
Yeah.
He's led the league in blocks the past 3 years since his rookie season, which is insane. Like, I honestly can't see anybody in the near future that could even match that. Expecting a depoy season from Wemby, but even Castle is averaging, I believe, around 1.5 to 2 stocks a game, which is a big increase from last year where he only averaged zero point 0.5 steals. So we can see the impact that Wemby's having, giving his perimeter players a little bit more leniency on the perimeter to be able to take gambles and take chances and just funneling them into like the ultimate
Yeah.
yo boss
Yeah.
in the middle of the page to just swat
Yeah.
everything back to wherever it came from, right? So they're a really exciting team. And you know what? I ran into this Spurs post and it was a Wemby highlight compilation and I commented, this is the most exciting Spurs team that I've ever seen, and I got nothing but hate from a bunch of like old heads. Did you
The Tim
not? Did
Duncan.
you not see Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony
Yeah.
Parker in '07? I'm like, dude, one, I'm 20 years old, so no, not really. And two, man, they were not doing what Wemby's out here doing, not even close. He's
No.
doing
Nobody in the
borderline
league ever has.
witchcraft.
You know what's crazy too is that we still haven't seen De'Aaron Fox this year, and they're still playing
Yeah,
like this.
exactly, and that almost puts us in the conversation like, do they move Fox? And I have a friend on my team, Micah, and he's saying, hey man, we might he's a big De'Aaron Fox fan, but he's like, we might have to trade him and try to get a solid
Yeah.
wing or four.
Because they have a cert, so they have like Castle, Harper, um, two number one over, or no, Castle wasn't number one.
No, but the rookie of the
Neither of them were
years.
actually. Yeah, yeah. Castle's rookie of the year and Dylan Harper is
Mhm.
looking to be
They
rookie of the year
also
too.
have some young talent in like Sohan.
Yeah,
They still have Harrison Barnes, who really stepped up big when Wemby went out last night. I believe he had like 12 points in the third quarter, like just solid role
yeah.
players with championship experience, with him being on that first
Vassell.
Warriors roster. Um, so yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
they could actually make some noise in the postseason this year. Like who knows what could happen.
Yeah, Vassell, like even players like that, like felt like they couldn't miss Keldon Johnson, like all these
Keldon
young players
Johnson,
where it's
yep,
like these guys could be the best player on the team in a couple years, and now it's like they're the third or fourth best player, which is a good thing for the Spurs. Like you didn't want them to be your number one options, but yeah, they do have an excess of point guard, but I don't know how much of an issue that is, honestly. It's kind of a good issue to have.
well, Harper's a little bit of the combo guard, so hopefully we can see him take a little bit more of the lead going forward. I saw another graphic online that's like this trio of Castle, Harper, and Wemby could be another situation like the KD, Russell Westbrook, James Harden situation, where you just have like three top end talents and back to back to back drafts. And man, I'm as an NBA fan who's not a Spurs fan, I'm scared going into the next 5, 10 years. Like
No,
it's
no,
gonna be
no.
scary.
Because in the games where I was watching Wemby dominate, like when he had that three play highlight against the Mavs where he went
Chase down
backboard.
blocked,
He
buddy, and
went
then
backboard, and then he blocked a ball where it looked like he literally could have caught it in the air if he wanted to, and then came down and hit him with the three move combo. I was like, this is sick. And then last night watching him against the Lakers or cheering against him, it's like you actually can't do anything. You
he's
cannot. You
gross,
can't go
man.
in the paint. You can't go in the paint.
You
Aiton had a play
can't.
last night. Aiton had a play last night. He faked him. Wemby's in the air, turned around, still coming down
Yes,
to the
no, that
ground,
was
and
ridiculous.
returns back and blocks. And it's like, okay, 8 and 7 won, and he's making them look like this is like an elementary game. Like it was,
That was probably the best recovery I've ever seen. Like
yeah,
legitimately watching that live, I was like,
yeah,
how does a human body even move like that? My last point with the Spurs, is still Wemby related. He's the center of it all. Is that you can really see the impact of Wemby getting in the lab with Hakeem Olajuwon, working on his footwork this offseason, as well as working with Jamal Crawford on his handles. Man, the stuff he is doing at
oh
seven
my god,
five, he's taking it
yeah,
in transition, multiple combos, looking like, I don't even know, a 6'2" combo guard out there half the time. And his shot selection has also been a huge
yeah.
difference
He's
for
gotten
me.
away from the three ball more. And one thing
Hmm.
that's crazy is like I feel like people just throw it out like Wemby's handle's so good, Wemby's handle's so good. It's like most people that are 7'5" like can't walk. Like most people that play basketball that are 7'5", like they're so immobile that they're literally just there like to contest a shot in the paint or maybe grab a rebound. Like they cannot
Think of
even
like
get
a
up and down the
Boban or
floor.
something like that,
They
who's
can't get up and down
shorter
the
than
floor.
Wemby.
Let alone Wemby, he's usually one of the fastest players on the floor. It takes him 3 steps to get up and down. And he's handling the ball like a point guard. So it's just like he's setting the standard so much higher than I think people are realizing right now. Anyways,
He's
I think
such a freak that you couldn't even like make his build in
yeah,
2K.
no.
Yeah.
I think we should move on. Did you want to give one of your surprises?
Yeah, so a huge
Good
winner for
surprises.
me so far is the Chicago Bulls. They're the
I have
number
them
one
too.
seed in the East right now, and to me, it feels like they've officially moved away from the DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine era, where they did play well for a little bit. They were one seeds at different points in the past like 3 or 4 years. Also been a play-in team, playoff team, but it seems like we're moving more in a direction that's more youth focused with that squad. Being led by Josh Giddey right now, which is just so random, but shout out Josh Giddey, man. He's averaging a near triple double right now. Is
Yeah.
really helping them push the pace, and they're looking like a rejuvenated team, as well as Vucci, man, Nikola
Yeah.
Vucevic. He's playing great. Similar numbers to like Orlando. But the one thing that sticks out a bit for him is he's shooting 64% from two right now, which
Yeah.
I don't think will real. It's that's video game like that won't last for the whole season,
No.
but it's really cool to see like a huge shift in the way that they've played, being led by Billy Donovan out there in Chicago, and it's good to see some good basketball back in Chicago right now.
So one of my questions would be, so I have the Bulls, like I said, and then I'll just give another. I have the Blazers. I kind of have them in these like the same category as what we thought wouldn't be the best teams that are
Right.
being surprisingly good. But
Mhm.
one of the notes I have here is is this a good thing for these teams, right? Like, do the Bulls and Blazers want to be surprisingly good? Especially the Bulls, I'm pretty sure they have some stipulations around their draft pick where they like a bad finish is crucial for them.
Yeah,
And
they
it's a trade-off to where this team is actually good enough to where it's good to be good. Like, okay, they need to actually get ready for playoffs. Like, what are they, first in the East?
they are the first in the
Yeah,
East,
so
6-1.
it's like I kind of wanted to hear like what you think on if it's good that these teams are playing well, or if this is something where we're going to look back on and say we shouldn't have started out 8-1 and we would have the first overall pick, like stuff like that.
Yeah, well, for specifically Chicago, I think
Because
it's
like
very
obviously at
important.
some point, like sorry, obviously at some point, like we kind of seen the Raptors move away from it a bit. Is like at some point you need to play winning basketball, even if you are tanking. For when you are not tanking anymore, you need to have a winning mindset. Like
Mhm.
you can't just tank for a decade straight and then once you have a good roster, expect to be good, right? Like the mindset just isn't there. But yeah, sorry, that was just the last thing I'll mention.
No, I wholeheartedly agree with that. But I think the situation's a little different with Chicago because, as you said, they have some picks that could really pan out for them this season with players like Cameron Boozer coming in, AJ coming in. Like these
Yeah,
are players that we can see as future all-stars, almost as the base of their careers, in my opinion. Like these are generational talents. But I think the big thing that Chicago needs to keep in mind is that Kobe White's out right now, and that's a 25-4 player who had a major breakout the past 2 years, and he's out with a calf injury. He's being reassessed in 2 weeks. So what I would do if I were in their shoes is to wait at least a month, give them until around the start of December to see where we're at. If we're still a top four team in the East, I say you keep it rolling because at that point you can bomb the season in hopes of a good pick.
yeah,
Because as we saw, there were a few teams that hoped for a good pick last year and fell out of the top five or fell out of the top 10.
yeah. Last couple years, honestly, we've seen teams
Toronto.
finishing 10 to 14 and
Yeah,
getting the lottery picks. So yeah, I
exactly. And
guess
even the
I guess
Mavericks
that's why
popping
they
up, you
flattened the
never really
odds.
know.
I
Yeah,
guess this is why
exactly.
they literally did flatten the odds. Um,
So I would say just keep it rolling if I were that.
yeah. No, they're
Yeah.
playing good though, man. Josh Giddey looks really good. Like you said, Vooch game winner. Was that last night? A couple nights ago?
Couple nights ago, yeah.
And yeah, they don't even have Kobe White. Players like Patrick Williams, like that we thought were kind of done. I heard Kenny talking about this as a Bulls
Mhm.
fan. Like they're finally starting to actually play good basketball, and we are not
And
even 10 games
Montes,
in.
man, Montes,
Yeah, yeah,
Montes
yeah,
Bruzelas, he's on the come up, bro.
yeah.
Like,
We're not
keep
even
an
10
eye out
games
for
in,
him.
so like we should probably um temper it a bit. But yeah, it's good to see them playing good basketball. But
Well, it's just winners and losers the first like couple
yeah,
weeks
yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we can't really put that asterisk on it. Do you have any more winners on
Yeah.
your side? Because I have two
Um,
losers and I don't have any more winners.
so I have one more winner, but I think we're going to talk about them more specifically later.
Okay, so
So
just
yeah, I
want to
guess
move
we
on
can
to
move on to
losers then?
losers.
Okay, I bet.
Yeah,
Do you want
I
to
can
start
start
off with
us off
yours?
if you want.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Yes, I will go with my first loser is the Orlando Magic.
I like that
Um,
one.
I felt like especially with some big, not even, I don't even know if the acquisition was big, but they paid for it like it was big in the offseason. They gave up four unprotected first round picks for Desmond Bain.
Which is
So whenever you do
OD.
that, yeah, whenever you do that, like obviously you're not waiting around for a while to wait for it to pan out. Like you want to win this year. And I
Mm.
got a couple of his numbers here, which are pretty bad considering I would still say Paul is a better offensive player than Desmond Bain, but they're definitely expecting him to be a one when he's not on the floor and definitely the two when he is. Or Franz maybe still. Franz developed a lot, honestly. So, but they were
Franz
definitely
is
expecting
him,
him to
bro.
be,
In my opinion,
yeah.
I was almost
I
gonna say
don't
something
know.
crazy. I was almost gonna say something crazy.
Franz better than
Franz,
Paulo?
bro, it's a night-to-night basis for me, man. Like Franz is really good,
Yeah,
and
he
he's a
is.
three-level scorer. He's just really solid. Doesn't turn the ball over much. Like I
Yeah.
like him.
So I pulled up a couple numbers from Bain.
Yeah.
So only averaging 14 points a game, four rebounds, 3.5 assists. He is shooting 42% from the field, but the biggest thing here is shooting 25% from three. And with them being like the laughing stock
That's
of the league last
terrible.
year
And
from
that's
three,
exactly
like
what they traded him for.
their defense was so good. Their defense was so good, and that's all they needed from him this year, considering they were the worst three-point shooting team in the league last year, or up there at least. That's just definitely been pretty disappointing for them, and I'm pretty sure I looked at the standings earlier. I'm pretty sure they're like 3-5, and they're at the bottom of the East, something around there. But yeah, they're one of my losers so far. I think they're expecting a hotter start, especially in a league that's kind of full of injuries right now. They are pretty healthy and still,
And that's what I was going to ask. Like, are they dealing
yeah.
with any major injuries
No,
or
I
anything?
I think Franz, Paulo, and Desmond have. I don't want to say stuff that's not true. Give me a sec.
Yeah, no
If
worries.
you have
But
yours,
on a side tangent, Jalen Suggs is also back, who they missed a lot of the season last year, who's really changed the way that he played over the course of his NBA career. Now is a more defensive focused guard rather than like a playmaking guard of which like many NBA fans expected him to step in with a similar role as that. And it's kind of sad to see that he hasn't really impacted them too much so far at the point guard position. He's also been in and out of lineups because he's been struggling with some minor injuries. But yeah, I agree with that. They're definitely a loser.
I
Um,
wonder if they miss Cole Anthony more than we thought they would.
that is a tricky question because he's a really good scoring guard. As bad as people say he is defensively, it's not like he's one of those guards that doesn't put in effort.
But especially on that roster too, they didn't need him to be good on defense. They would beg for a bad defensive scoring guard right now, like a consistent
Mhm.
scoring guard,
And he's
which
not
I still
even
think
playing
Bane
too
can
bad.
be.
No, exactly. And I don't expect Bane to play this way for the rest of the season.
And Bane's
It
not bad
does
on
seem
defense
like
also.
no, and it does seem like he's been a little bit, I don't know if it's internal or what, but frustrated. Like I saw the other game he got ejected, throwing guys to the ground, like mocking them, and he does have those type of tendencies. Hopefully those don't stay, especially as the postseason comes around, because I believe we're expecting Orlando to be one of those top three, four teams to really make a push, especially with so much off openings in this offseason with Jason Tatum out, Tyrese Halliburton out. They could
Yeah,
really make some noise. So hopefully they can get it together.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so my first loser is the Memphis Grizzlies. So they're the 13th seed right now
Me
on a
too.
four-game losing streak. And recently I've been reading uh, 11 Rings by Phil Jackson, and there's a quote in that book that really sticks out to me, and I think it relates well to their situation. So Phil says, as a leader, your job is to do everything in your power to create the perfect conditions for success by benching your ego and inspiring your team to play the game the right way. I think that's exactly the opposite of what John Moran is doing right now. As his actions like don't show that he's a positive example for the team. He's doing weird stuff like running to the corner, avoiding the ball, not showing any effort overall defensively or offensively, lowering his shot attempts. And we're seeing offense from him that we haven't seen since year two, year three, Jaw, averaging only 20 points a game. He's shooting his lowest field goal percentage, 38%, 38% right now.
For a guy
That's
who's not
like
even really shooting threes, he's like taking all the
exactly,
shots at the paint.
exactly right. Something else that was worrisome for me was JJJ. His blocks, man. Listen to this. His blocks have halved from his depoy season. So we all know like there was a
It's
little bit of
also it is like
skepticism.
yeah, it is like a
There was
9 game sample size too.
well, yeah, that's true. But he's kind of been on this pace for the past 2 years. Like he's averaging around 1.5 blocks a game. His peak when he won Depoy, 3 blocks a game. There is a little bit of like
Yeah.
stories about, oh yeah, they inflated his stats, and these are legitimate articles that have come out.
Jordan-esque.
No, literally, like these are legitimate things that have come out, which
I
is kind
know,
of
I know.
crazy. But even offensively, he hasn't really taken that leap that we would expect with Bane out of their roster right now, out of their rotation. So that's been a bit disappointing. And yeah, man, they're the 23rd ranked defense, the 25th ranked offense. So that
Yeah.
loss of Bane is really hurting them for sure.
Yeah. It's funny, two of our losers right now are on the opposite sides of the same trade. So
Exactly,
when I thought
right?
it was
So
good for both of them, but maybe the Grizzlies were. kind of not entering. I don't think you're ever entering tank mode with Ja, but maybe they knew they'd be worse off. But yeah, great minds think alike, man. I almost have everything said word for word.
Okay.
Just his quote, like after that loss to the Lakers, where was not trying. He was not trying during the game. Like you obviously mentioned that he was standing in the corner. Blake Griffin called him out on the post game when he was
I saw
analyzing it. I
that.
don't know if you've seen that, but like
Mhm.
it was so blatant. But his quote was kind of crazy. They asked him over and over, like, what's wrong? And he just kept telling them, go ask the coach. And then finally somebody said, what's wrong besides the coach? And he said, well, it seems like not playing me is the best thing for them, so you can go ask them about that. And it's just like, I don't know. They're
It
not
gets
50
to a point
games
where you
in.
have to take some accountability.
Yeah, they're not 50 games in and they're like 15 and 35. Like it's just still the start of the season. Like you can still write things and just kind of when you already feel like your best player's kind of given up on the team, it's just like, so what's the point of playing out the year, really?
I
Um,
agree. Yeah, the only bright side I can see for them is the return of Ty Jerome, who they acquired over the offseason. He's a guard as well, a short guard, so I'm not really sure how him and John Moran are going to be able to play together. You would hope to have two of your best guards on the court at once, but you might have to run Ty Jerome in more of that six-man role that we saw from him with the Cavs last year. So that's a little gleam of hope potentially for the Grizzlies, but. Besides that, it's looking rough. I'm feeling like it's rather going to be adios to Ja or adios to Coach. We will
but
see.
and I heard this on the Wendy podcast, but like, so you want to trade Ja? Like, what's the market for Ja Morant? Like,
Other disgruntled stars.
like that's a
I don't
yeah.
even know who's disgruntled right now.
But what
Would
team? Like, I don't know.
would the
I think you're muted. Oh, did you say let's trade talks for him at
Can you
every
hear
team
me?
flips? Yeah, I can
Can you
hear
hear
you
me?
now.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I said should they trade Ja or should they trade Ja for Fox? Like would the Spurs
That's
even
what
do that?
no, I don't think they would.
I don't think they would, and I don't think they should, because even having that type of star who
De'Aaron Fox is better
has
than
come with
Ja.
problems. You think?
Like he's so much better on defense. I don't know. Ja does have like such a higher ceiling.
Jaws
I don't know.
playmaking is ridiculous.
Yeah. Um. Okay, I can move on to another loser. Do you have one left?
Yeah, I only have one more loser.
Okay. I'm gonna throw it in here. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but it's just the New Orleans Pelicans, honestly. Like,
Man, and I was so close to putting them too.
okay, because I don't even know if you should consider them a loser. I was gonna say because they might be tanking, they might be tanking. But guys, I need you to remember the trade that the Pelicans made at the last draft, where they traded their rights to their pick, the worst of their pick, or the Bucks pick. And this is before Giannis is this is before Giannis said he's staying in Milwaukee, right? So I need you guys to understand how bad this trade was. It's one of the worst in NBA history. The New Orleans Pelicans traded a top 10 protected pick, or I don't know if it's top 10, but a protected lot like a high value pick of the worst of them versus the Bucks, where Giannis could have left Milwaukee. Okay, he didn't. But now you see why you keep the pick because you guys are not supposed to be good. And now it's like you have Zion for the eighth year just not contributing to winning basketball, seventh year not contributing to winning basketball.
Man, it's
And it's
not
not,
his fault. They're actually buns.
I know, the whole team is, but then if you know that, surely with this, I need you guys to go look at the Pelicans roster and
It,
please
act- it,
explain why you would trade a pick that protects it if you do bad.
I think it's
And
Joe Dunamars out there. I have no
yeah,
idea what he's
it's his
doing.
first year, and it's one of the worst trades I've ever seen. But they are one of the biggest losers. They have no hope. Jordan Poole
Yeah.
can do what he wants. He can get 30 every second game, and Zion can get a couple highlights. They will win around 20 to 25 games and not have their own pick to recognize
You
it.
think
So,
2025? Yeah, honestly,
yeah,
yeah. The one hope that they have is DeJounte Murray returning, though.
who cares?
He should be. Who cares?
No, no,
No,
no,
no, no, no,
no.
no.
DeJounte's a good
He's an
player, but
impact
like,
player. He's an impact player,
yeah,
both offensively and defensively. He's like what a 22 point per game scorer, gets two steals. Is one of the best
well, when's the
perimeter
last time he
defenders
played?
in the league. I believe he played last year to start off the season, but
Oh yeah, because he tore his ACL.
I believe
I
so.
think like second game of the year or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Sucks, man. That's why I was saying earlier in the episode, like so many injuries last season, but hopefully it doesn't carry over. So far, it's
Yes.
just been AD, who's my a part of my next loser, the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay.
They are the bottom seed in the West. And honestly, I didn't want to bring too many teams in who have been significantly impacted by injury, specifically both the Kyrie and the AD injury that really hurt them. But even the mentality that it seems that the Mavs came in with the season, I did not agree with. Especially from their star Anthony Davis, who came into the season out of shape, visibly overweight. He was already dealing with an eye issue where now he has to wear goggles to protect him after he got poked in the eye. I think as a Laker before he got traded. I don't know if that was with the Lakers or with the Mavs, I forget. But you're already coming in injured and you're coming in overweight, just not setting the tone for the number one pick that you just lucked into, Cooper Flag, who honestly has been playing pretty solid so
Yeah.
far. He's averaging
Yep.
about 14, 5 and 5.
Yep.
Not shooting the best from three, but what can you really expect from him? I don't know. I guess it depends on what you really thought he was going to come in and play as. I heard people saying, "Hey, this is one of the best prospects since Wemby. This is one of those Wemby, Zion, um, I don't even know who else. Like there's just high level talents that you could expect at the
LeBron.
high draft. Exactly, but 14 points starting off the season, I don't know if that's really cutting it, especially with all the opportunity that they have on their roster right now. It's basically the him and D'Lo show, but I don't know. It's not really panning out there in Dallas. And it just goes to show you like how blatantly dumb that Nico Harrison trade was. Like
Yeah, I
that
was
that
just
was
about to say
really,
that
really bad.
because it's not even like you can blame it all on injuries because it's Anthony Davis getting injured. Like you knew this before you traded Luca.
Hmm.
So it's not even like you trade for a player that's always healthy and then they get injured once you acquire them. It's like, no, this is why people said this was one of the worst trades in NBA history. And
Hmm.
Luka's averaging 40 with the Lakers, so
Yeah. Well,
um
you know what? What Nico said, his main reason for doing the trade was is
he wants to
defense.
win
We
now.
need defense. He no that well, win now and defense. They're
Yeah.
currently
They're
with
the
their
last seed in
roster
the
the
West.
fourth best defense in terms of defensive rating in the NBA, which is honestly pretty surprising, but ultimately it doesn't really lead to much while you have the worst offensive rating in the NBA.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if the trade-off is really worth it. It doesn't appear so.
No, there was other reasons for that trade. There had to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we want to move on to some specific teams that people might be able to guess that we want to talk about?
Boys know exactly who we want to talk about.
Let's get
If
to the
you don't know
Raptors,
by
baby.
now, you don't
Let's get to
know.
the Raptors, baby.
Okay,
Let's get
let's
to the
go Raptors.
Raptors.
Let's go Raptors. Let's go.
Okay, my first point is that Colin Murray Boyles has had flashes.
He has. He definitely has. And we were hating hard. Colin, our
Okay,
bad,
so
man.
this
Our bad. I repent, bro. My
no,
fault.
this is my other one. Is that do we owe an apology for our reaction to the draft, right?
Yes.
Especially
I
because
officially apologize.
Common hasn't been on anything in Phoenix, bro. Common's putting
Not a
up two
damn
points a
thing.
game, bro.
Yeah, not a damn thing. Is he
Uh,
playing? Do you know if he's playing that much
I
now?
actually didn't look at his. I just kind of looked at his averages, which is unfair if he's playing
Okay.
like
While you
3 minutes
talk,
a
I'll
game.
check.
But
I'll check.
I'm pretty sure they like drafted him thinking he's going to be their starting center. Because who else would it be? Nick
Well,
Richards?
don't they have Mark Williams, I believe they acquired.
Oh yeah, they did get Mark Williams.
Hmm.
Yeah, check his minutes to make sure that's not unfair. But anyways, the fact that he's
Yeah.
not playing minutes shows that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Colin Rose had flashes. I think he had 19 points against the Spurs.
Yeah,
He's
they're
shooting
not
the
sorry to cut you off, but they're not playing, bro.
yeah.
5.8 minutes per game. Oh, that's bad for man, you're drafting Buddy in the lottery, you're gonna play him 6 minutes a game while you're already poop. Like, come
Yeah.
on, like throw him in the game.
Um, yeah, I think other night against Memphis, he had 15 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. He had 19 against the Spurs. He's been shooting the ball actually pretty well. Um, One thing that I'm happy with as a Raptors fan right now is that like it feels okay to compete in games now. Like I'm no longer at the point where I don't think we should be like I don't think losing with this roster is justified anymore on purpose.
No,
Like I think we're way beyond that, which is since like 2022, 2021.
it's been a minute, man.
Yeah,
It's
to
been
where
since the
like you want to
Pascal era, honestly.
where you want to win some games.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about Brandon Ingram mostly though. I think he's looked good at times, especially his first game. I think he had like he played really well his first game. I think he shot the ball okay.
He played well
He's
against
looked
Houston as well.
yeah, he looked good at times. The one thing I'll say is that like I think his play style where he does want to like size you up, slow the game down, get past like it doesn't kind of mesh with the Raptors like running gun. Sometimes the Raptors are full court pressing like
Hmm.
um and you got players like Jamal Shed, used to be Davion Mitchell, but like the same culture.
Shedhead,
He's
baby.
cooking with the Heat now. But I think his play style is sometimes colliding heads with the Raptors, but I think it's good to also have versatility, right? Like you don't want five players doing the same thing, even though we do have
Hmm.
a lot of wings his size. But no, I think they've looked good overall. Not
Yep.
sure about Pirtle though.
Well, Pirtle's actually out right now. He wasn't playing the greatest while in. He was definitely more efficient last year. Got more touches, played better defensively, but as we both said, like we're still really early on in the season. Most teams have only played like 6 to 8 games, so I won't overact too much. But to
Dude, I
add on
can't
to
say
your,
his name, but who's that sniper that they're playing at center? Dude,
I
what's his
bro, he has a
not
crazy.
battle, not battle,
No,
but
no, he has a crazy last name. Like it has
yeah,
like the arch because it's
Mal.
so long.
Yeah, he's been cooking.
I forget his
Um,
his first name is something really simple that I should remember. So I'm
yeah.
L Raptors fan
Here,
for
I'll
this.
pull it up. I'll pull it up.
Um, but to add on to your BI point, I do agree, but as you said, I do like the contrast on our team. You need a player, A, if we're in a close game in the fourth quarter, we know who to give it to. We can't run and gun all game, right? So having that contrast is really important, especially when you have players like quickly that are trying to get off shots early in the shot clock. People like RJ and Scotty who are really dominant and play best within the transition. I think it's good to have a player that does show that contrast. The only thing is, even in the half court at times, I see BI kind of camping corner, and not that like spacing to the corner is bad or anything. Like you need players that are able to do that. But as a player who we want as the number one, number two option, you have to be more like, hey, get me that ball, right? Like I need more of that from you, BI, especially since the NBA hasn't really seen you for the past year, year and a half or so, right? So I'd love to see a little more aggression from him, but overall, I do like the kind of three-headed dragon attack that we've had so far. RJ, Scotty, and BI are all averaging 20 points per game, about 25 and 5 each, which is really good to see. And it makes it a bit unpredictable for whatever team we're matching up with to really game plan for us because you don't know who's
Yeah,
going to kill you on any given night.
yeah, yeah, and it's making like other players that had to maybe do things they weren't comfortable with, like be able to play their role better. Like OJ Baji is really able to just spot up and play defense to where like I swear some points last year he was actually dribbling the ball, like just not good enough.
He
Um,
definitely was getting a little hectic sometimes, a
yeah.
little out of his role. Do you have any
Um,
negativities? Because I definitely have a negative point that I want to bring up.
for the Raptors,
Yeah.
let me hear yours.
Well, mine is I Emmanuel Quigley's play so far. He's played very, very poor. He's averaging about 11 points, I believe. Isn't shooting too well. And the way that our defense is looking with him on the floor is atrocious, man. Like we borderline cannot even have him on the floor because guards are just giving us the absolute work. Like just giving him the work, man. Like it looks like he's out there doing like just dance half the time because they're basically putting skates on him the whole time. Just as like a simple way to break it down, our defensive identity was major last year and was the reason why a lot of those games that us as Raptors fans wanted to lose, we were winning because our bench, guys like
Yeah,
O'Shea, guys like Battle, guys like Shed were coming in playing defense, Walker as well. really making an impact that way, and trying to prove themselves. So we never were really out of games. And that defensive identity, I don't think really translated to this year. But when I do see it translating, is when Quickly is off the floor and Shed is in the floor, and we're playing much better with Shed on the floor. For example, plus minus wise, Shed is plus 32 plus minus on the season. Quickly, negative 14. Man,
Yeah.
I can't deal with it. And with that big contract, I've been on the I want to see Quickly gone ship for a while. I'm a fan of his game, legitimately. I am. I sound like a hater right now, but I would just love him as like that six man kind of like go back to that New York Knicks version that we thought we were gonna get, and now it's not there anymore.
Yeah, I think one of the things is like we can afford to play Shed as our starting point guard. Like now that we do have a player like Brandon Ingram and like a more developed offense, to where like if Quickly wasn't on the floor last year, especially Scotty missing some time, like we didn't have offense, right? Like it was Shed or Davion Mitchell trying to create. So now it's like we are seeing Quickly in the negative plus minus because we can afford to play a Shed, with Brandon Ingram and Scotty really like controlling the
Just
offense.
such a cone though, man. Like such a cone. It's bad. It really is bad.
Yeah.
And it's
And even
crazy because
towards
his steals
he
did
was been
spike,
trending like
but
that. Yeah,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
been trending like that even towards the end of last year.
Mhm.
Um, who would you want to bring in for him though? Like you said, you want Quickly gone. What do you want? Probably has to be another guard, right? Like we're probably not starting Shed the rest of the year.
Man, like in
Hit up
my
Memphis.
opinion, Shed is actually yeah, get Jaw, get Ty Jerome, get one of those two boys, honestly. Who are yeah, those are available guards. You know what? There's a lot of guard talent around the NBA that we could snag for cheap, I believe. Like
I
even
think one
guys
of the
like
first, probably the Spurs wouldn't give up any of their guys for cheap.
we don't even need like a great player, man. Like someone even the quality of like Colin Gillespie from like from like
No,
no, but
no,
someone even but someone even of his caliber is playing so much better than Quickly this year. Like not even to
no.
say that Colin's amazing, but bro, that just shows you how bad Quickly is playing right now. I personally
I'd rather
probably
keep
wouldn't want
Quickly,
another
dog.
guard. Not for that contract, you wouldn't. He's on a hundred
I'd
million
rather
dollar
keep Quick.
contract. But
You gotta
anyway,
give him
that
some
that
time, but
my
I ain't trading him for no
no
goals.
no 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 no. Obviously, like you would want some draft capital or try to get Colin and Maluach, which would be
Yeah,
pretty sick. But I would probably want a center more than anything
yeah.
because Jakub is trending towards higher age, and at times he is a walking poster. Like I swear he gets postered at least once every year.
Yeah.
But ultimately, man, how do you like what's your sentiment on the Raptors? Like, how are you feeling as a Raptors fan?
It's the best it's been like in a long time because it's just like we have some solid wins. I think we beat the Spurs. Wemby was playing. I think we beat the Bucks, who have actually proven to be good.
We lost to the
Um,
Hawks,
no,
unfortunately.
oh yeah, no, we whooped the Hawk. We beat the Hawks and lost to the Bucks. We beat the Hawks opening night.
Oh, I'm tripping. Yeah, yeah, you're right,
No,
you're
because I was too, because I said the Bucks. But we have some quality wins, right? It's not just an easy schedule. And
right.
I'm really sold on Darko, which I think was important for them. Like after getting rid of Nick Nurse, as much as people like to clown him, like he was the staple head coach. Like we won a chip with them.
Yeah.
Um, I really like Darko, and our player development kind of like, man, we are such hypocrites. Like if you go back and watch our previous podcast, but our player development like kind of never fails, honestly, no matter who we draft.
Wait, well, who
So
are we
far,
torching? Who are we torching? We
well,
didn't torch.
we were just torching like we were saying yes, like we've been known to develop players, but can we please just make the obvious pick once in a while? But it's like Palmer looks friggin' good. It's like I
Well,
don't know.
yeah, he looks good, man, but I don't
It's
know,
been yeah,
man.
it's
Like,
been
I
rough.
still wish we took Maluok. I honestly do.
I
Like,
know, I
I
know.
still do. Just because we have so many players of that similar build, but his defensive potential, man, I've even heard from some Raptors fans he might have the highest defensive potential of the draft. So, who knows? I hope
And
nothing but the best
Jakob's
for him, man.
yeah. I think the other thing is Jakob's contract is pretty. I think he's on 100 mil as well. Him and quickly.
Well, he just got an extension recently for some reason,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like,
This off
bro,
season. Yeah,
yes, I was like, bro, why did you give him like multiple years? Like, He is getting up there in numbers, but yeah. Anyway,
All
you
right.
want to move on to the
Any
Lake
other
show?
points? Yeah, yeah. I'm good to
I
talk
think
about
that's
the
all for the
Lakers.
Raptors, man. I'm excited to see what they do this year, but ultimately right now they are pretty mid. I would hope to see them around like a 6 seed. That would be my hope as a Raptors fan. Right now they're the 8 seed, so a little bit of an
Oh,
improvement.
oh. I thought you said 60, like 60 wins.
No, 6 seed, 6 seed. Yeah, yeah. My bad, my bad.
I think in the East is definitely like I'd be really I'd be disappointed if we didn't make the playoffs this year in the East.
Yeah, me too. Especially considering the players we have. Like, there's some really bad teams out east this year.
Yep.
Yeah. So for the
Did you?
Lakers, man, just like overall, what a time to be a Lakers fan, man. Like, it's honestly been like just waiting for those 10:30, 11 p.m. games. No matter what happens in the day, I could be tired, but hey, man, I'm turning it on no matter what. Like, the games have been genuinely entertaining, and the main reason for that is obviously, we know, it's the Dawn, man. Averaging
Luca.
40, 11, and 9 right now. And you would think, okay, it's Luka, he's a playmaker, the 11's assist. The 11 is bored. She's getting in there horsing, man, like, grabbing
Yeah.
anything in sight. And it's crazy, like, I don't think I've seen a player this offensively dominant since like in terms of just like getting a bucket since like I don't know. You could say Shea last year would be the obvious answer, but I'm thinking like 2019 Harden. Like actually you cannot stop him. No,
Yeah.
bro. You can't
I would
wipe
say
your eyes
Yo
like
I
that.
would
That is
say no, I would say Jokic like the last 4 years as well.
bro, I'm saying like scoring wise. Like this guy's averaging
Okay,
40.
yeah.
The only
Scoring.
people in the past 5 years you could legitimately, past 6 years to extend it to that 2019, you have 2019 Harden, you have Embiid the year he won the MVP when he averaged like 34 and was averaging like 12 points every first quarter. That was
Yeah, yeah.
ridiculous. And and Shea, I think those are the only three that you could even have in that conversation. As good as of a overall offensive talent Jokic is, he doesn't have the scoring numbers that Luka's putting up, and just like the straight fear he is putting into guards right now.
And he was sitting at 45 2 games ago. His last 2 games he had like 35 and 32 and they tanked his average by 5 points. So he was at
That's
like
when you know you're
45 and a half
ahead,
points
man.
like 6 games into the year.
Yeah, how
But
much
man,
do you
I'm
think?
so impressed.
Go on.
I'm so impressed with this team so far. Like really nice win last night against a team we talked about being one of our biggest winners so far, the Spurs. Down LeBron,
Mhm.
down AR-15. Um, yeah, and then they had a win against the Blazers down Luka, LeBron, and AR. And it's just like,
People I've never even heard of getting buckets.
no, they're so much deeper than they were in previous years. Like all three of their acquisitions this offseason are playing well. Like people control Aiton all they want. Like he is playing good. He played good defense last night. Like I watched him play good last night, and I watched him play good this year.
And you know
So
what
people
stood
can
out to
say,
me this year, compared to even last year and previous years, is his aggressiveness and his assertiveness. Like
yeah,
he's
he's not
willing to get
settling anymore.
and the way he attacked Wemby, like I know you said like Wemby altered a few of his shots or made him a little uncomfortable at the start,
Oh
but
yeah,
he
yeah,
was he was actively like you could tell trying to get Wemby into foul trouble, and I believe that was the Lakers' game plan. And it ended up panning out. Like Wemby fouled out and we got that win there. But just his offensive assertiveness to even like attack somebody like Wemby, who a lot of people would be a little bit scared of, that's the
yeah,
mentality we need from a former first overall pick.
yes. And then players like Marcus Smart, Jake LaRavia. Jake LaRavia is just coming in and doing exactly what he did before he got to the Lakers, which is what something players seem to struggle to do when they get traded to the Lakers. But he's just coming in and hitting shots. Marcus Smart drew like 3 charges last night, 2 of them on Wemby. Just like the
Bro, you
little
know I
things
was
that
hyped for
we
that.
need, man. When he kicked Wemby out of that game, they couldn't have a better start to the season. Honestly, it's just
Yeah.
because it's without LeBron. Like everything they're doing is without LeBron, and I think half their games without AR. So it's like, what's gonna
About
happen?
two. I think only
No,
one or two max. But we even a few of those games we didn't have Luca. And those
yeah,
two
yeah,
games is basically like a swap out. When we didn't have Luca, we had AR. When we didn't have AR, we had
yeah.
Luca. Luca's
They're the
AR is
highest.
averaging like 32 right now.
They're the highest scoring duo in the league. They're averaging 72.
Like what? That's unheard
Yeah.
of. Are we saying uh maybe MVP Luca All-Star AR?
Yes, right now, yes. Well, you couldn't say anybody else is the MVP, honestly. Hmm,
Well,
no,
he's averaging a
you couldn't.
40-point triple
Yeah, no,
double.
you couldn't. You couldn't.
Yeah.
He's so much better on defense too. He's actually moving his feet on defense. He's actually staying in
Bro,
front of players. Like,
yes, man. And this gets me hyped because he's that. Remember, we were having the whole conversation, Luca versus Ant
Ant.
last year, and now, bro, I can't lie. I do retract my statement. Like you were 100% right. The defense and all the difference in like offense and defense, like yeah, Ant's obviously a way better defender, but Luca's offense is so ahead of everybody else. And I just refuse to see that because of the rust in Luca in the first little bit and just like the weird, I guess, fit last year.
Yeah,
But yeah, even like well, as you said, man, Luca is like actively like has hands in the passing lanes. Will get a solid 2 steals per game, man. Like he and also just
yeah,
being like in better shape overall has helped them with that, and also helped him as a transition player because I feel like he's running in transition a lot more than he did in previous years. Like almost looking like rookie second year Luca a little bit. Obviously not
yeah.
getting up like he used to, but still.
Still talking the rest. Did you see that play he had last night where he caught it on the baseline and you got double teamed and he just stepped between both of them and took a layup?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I missed that one.
It was crazy. It looked like such a simple play, but he just stepped in between two defenders and wide open layup.
Man, I
Um,
like also his decision making in the transition. Like he's able to like with his eyes and with his pace to keep the help defense guessing on if he's going to attack all the way. And he's so good at that like slow step as well to get the contact and end up finishing with the and one. But also seeing guys like D. Aiden and Hayes in transition, like
speed.
throwing lobs, man. We're looking like okay, I'm not gonna say the
Yeah.
Lob City Clippers, but we're looking nice, man. We're looking
It's so
nice.
much better seeing Hayes come off the bench and be able to play like 5 hard minutes instead of him like actually being our starting center. Like him being able to play in spurts. Um,
I
Rui
agree.
Hachimura, Micah. Oh my gosh, this guy doesn't miss. I
He's
mean, yeah,
cash. He's
he
cash.
can't maintain it. Like he's shooting like 60 something percent, but um, no, it's a good start. That's yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, overall, like I don't, I don't think he can have better start as the Lakers. Um,
I don't think so either. And it just gives them even more hope for LeBron. I heard today that LeBron is, I believe, cleared for on-court basketball activities, which just came
they're
out in the
starting
past like
a
9 hours.
Yeah, they're
So he
starting a
should be ripping
five
up.
game. They're starting a 5 game road trip that he won't play in any of the games.
Mhm.
So people are saying that like when you release that, that means when they are done, he'll come
Yeah.
back for the home game. Let's hope. But it's LeBron; like he can take as much time as he wants.
Well, JJ said he's expecting him to return around mid-November. So, in my eyes, I'm saying, hey, first week of December because he's old. So, hopefully,
Yeah.
we can get him for a Christmas time game. That's the hope, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. Um. Okay,
Anything
let's move
else
on
with the
to
Lakers? I
our.
think that's all.
I think that's it. I'm loving
Yeah.
JJ Redick. He just has them ready to play every night. Um. Nothing new here though. We've been known this. Next Pat Riley.
hmm Okay, we're looking
Um.
at 50 minutes. Do we wanna maybe
Yeah.
talk about the scandals next episode and go into our
Yeah,
power
yeah,
rankings?
yeah. We'll skip that.
Okay.
I think I already took that out, but
Okay, good,
okay, we'll
because I
go to
didn't
the
have notes
power
either.
rankings. No, no, no. So
That's funny.
basically, Mike, if you want, you had the idea. So if you want to explain what we're gonna do for
Yeah,
power
so
rankings,
I don't know if you guys have ever watched King of the Hill, right? This is a bit of a King of the Hill type idea where every week we're gonna have a top 5 players of that week, or every episode, whether that's between every week, every 2 weeks, whatever. And basically it'll be who is playing the best at that time. The weight will be more in terms of individual play, but we'll also keep team success in mind as well.
how much
So
does historical performance play into it? So like,
historical, like if somebody drops like
so
70,
if like, there's a player that you have in here on this list that like, yes, he should be here, but say there's a player, I don't know, say Asar Thompson, like 1 week in January, averages 30 points. Is he
Hmm.
on this list, or is it still
Asar is
like
on that list because
okay,
he's playing
it's
better.
literally
Because
just the five best players who play the best, and like
mhm.
Jokic just historical has nothing to do with it.
No, it's how good they're playing that week. If like Jokic is obviously good, so he'll be in these rankings a lot. But spoiler alert, Jokic and Giannis aren't in my top five for this week.
What?
So that's how it's gonna
What?
roll. Yep,
How
that's
do
how
you
it's
not have
gonna roll.
Giannis? He's averaging
No,
like
I can't.
34.
Bro, you'll see, you'll see, you'll see.
Okay, I guess I will see. I'll start us off. We could just go band for band, or we could just I could do like my five and then you do your five. Doesn't matter.
I think we should go 5-5-4-4-3-3
Okay.
and up that
Okay,
way.
my fifth. I barely have Jokic in here. He's fifth.
Okay.
He's only averaging 24 points, but I think he's at 13 boards and 12 assists. Casual triple double for Jokic. He's got his team towards the top of a loaded Western Conference. I expect him to pick up the scoring. Um, but yeah, he's definitely off to one of his slower starts as he's usually averaging 35, 15 for the first couple of weeks.
Which is just insane to even
But
think of,
yeah,
man.
I think this is normal though. Not normal, but kind of what they expected when they traded for like a Cam Johnson and a Bruce Brown, like more of a deep roster where Jokic doesn't have to be like full time scorer and can distribute and rebound. But I still have him there. He's the best player on the team, high in the West, averaging a triple double.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid. First of all, I'll just go through my three honorable mentions. I didn't expect Andrew to have any or anything, but mine was Jokic. That was not shade. That was not shade. That was not shade. Because we
I
just
didn't expect
created
him to
this
have
segment.
any.
No, no, because we just created this segment like
I know. I'm
30
joking.
minutes before.
I'm
Yeah,
joking.
it's okay. Just to give you guys context. But so Jokic, Giannis, and AR are my two in
Okay.
my honorable mentions. So number five is Tyrese Maxey, who I have in fantasy, so definitely biased there. But no one thought that the Sixers would be here. Just ultimately, nobody thought that the Sixers would be here. They're they have a 5-3 record, which like
Can I
doesn't
wait?
sound the
Just on your
greatest.
point of them saying no one would be here, they were one of my surprises that I just skipped over because I didn't want to spend too much time over. But yes, they were
Okay,
on one of my
valid.
five surprises because although they have a good roster, like we just come to expect not to be good anymore.
Yeah, W validation. But in my opinion, it's him and VJ. But ultimately, he's single-handedly keeping them above water right now, and just straight up willing them to wins. Currently, I would say he's the second best scorer in the league behind the Don. Bro, we're getting to it. We're getting to it. I
Bro,
said
I'm gonna have to see
currently.
this list, bro.
Bro, currently, like, can you just listen?
No,
Currently,
because there's like four dudes that are better than him at
no, no,
scoring.
no, currently.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so it's not often that stats speak for themselves, right? But in this case, it's pretty obvious what he's out there doing. He's averaging 33.5 points a game, which is the second highest in the NBA right now. 8.5 assists per game, 5 rebounds per game, 2.1 stocks, which is above Giannis right now, shooting 48% from three on 9 attempts a game, playing 41.3 minutes a game. Like from this point on, screw the process. We're not trusting no
Yeah,
process. Like this is Maxey's team, 100%.
yeah.
So that's my case for Tyrese at number five.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. Something that went over my head a little. Um,
Come on now, you can't hate.
um, Number four for me is going to be Shea. Um, he's averaging 33 points. Team is no, they're not undefeated. They actually lost last night to
Yeah,
the
they're 7-1.
Blazers.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
Yusuf Nurk. No, was it on the? I think it was it
Yusuf
Utah
Nurkic.
because no, because Yusuf Nurkic is on the Blazers, but he had like a fluky game winner. But I guess that's not against OKC. My
Wait,
bad.
Yusuf's back on the wait.
No, no, he's on the Jazz. I mean, he's on the
Yeah.
Jazz.
Okay. Yeah.
He had a
Yeah.
fluky game winner against a team. I thought it was OKC, but anyway, that's my fault.
I'm going Shea. Um, as we said, they were undefeated up until last night. He's
Hmm.
averaging 33 points a game. A team missing their second best player. Yeah, J-Dub solidified second best
Easily,
player. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
easily, yeah.
Out with a wrist sprain, Shea has kind of just made it act like nothing's happening. Everything's all good, even though they're missing their second best player. This is scary for the league because it's like these guys just don't miss a hurt, like don't miss a beat no matter what happens. So yeah, I have Shea in there for sure.
Big shout out to AJ Mitchell too, man. He stepped up like crazy for them.
Yeah. Everyone steps up whenever they need. I think who's that guy that sat on their bench all last year and he's playing minutes now?
I think
White
that's
guy.
AJ Mitchell, is it not?
Um, no,
Oh, I haven't really
maybe
watched too
not.
much Thunder, honestly. I'm not sure. Okay, so no, my number four,
Bro, this is gonna be jokes. Why?
bro.
You
You
didn't
will
even
get
say it. Why are you laughing?
because it's actually jokes, bro. You will get the vibe of like how this is gonna work week to week. But
Okay.
number four is the Giddler, Josh Giddey, Josh Giddey, baby.
No, no, no.
No,
Not over
because
Shea and
no,
Yoke.
no, no, bro. I haven't said over Yoke yet, but Shea's still a little farther up.
Not over
But
Giannis.
I just never thought I'd see the day where this would be the conversation that is being had. But Josh Giddey could legitimately be the fourth player ever to average a triple double. Like this
Hell
is something that no,
no.
this is something that could actually
Hell
happen.
no.
No, this is
He's
something
not
that
gonna
could,
average a triple
bro, bro, listen to his stats.
He's
Listen to his
not.
stats.
He's
He's
not on Russ
averaging,
timing, bro.
bro. Yes,
He's
he is.
not
Yes,
on
he is,
Russ
bro.
timing.
Bro, okay. For one, he's a 6'7" point guard. He's averaging 23. He's averaging 23 points a game, 9 assists, 10 boards. And yes, you could say, okay, White's coming back. White's coming back. That'll affect his stats. Maybe points wise, rebounds and assists wise, I don't believe so. Kobe White is more of a scoring guard. So this is something that could legitimately be sustainable for Josh Giddey as the first, second, third option on the Chicago Bulls team that has been doing great so far. And that's another reason that I have them at number four, is that they're the first seed in the East and they're 6-1. So he's averaging a triple double. He's their leader right now. He has their team playing at a fast pace and is basically the reason that they're even in this situation. Him and Vucci. So that's why he's number four.
Okay, okay. No, I'm not
You can
clowning
see
on
where I'm
Jason.
coming. You can see where I'm
I
coming
can,
though.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can. All right, maybe I'll
Coming
be on this
from.
timing. Maybe I'll be on this timing for next week. Um,
Yeah.
so my third player is Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's averaging 32 points a game, 13 boards, 6 assists, a steal, and a block. Um, he's got his team sitting at third in the East at 5-3 on 8. This roster's just straight up bad. Like it's not good. They're
Yeah.
starting Cole like I guess Cole Anthony is not bad, but Miles
Bro, you
Turner
were
hasn't
just
been up to
glazing
that.
Cole Anthony
No,
like
I
20
was wondering
minutes
if he
ago.
was just playing a bigger role.
Yeah.
Um, but no, like this was a team that was bad with Dame. You get rid of Dame, and Giannis has just made it look easy. I think he had a game winner against the Pacers in Miles
He
Turner
did
comeback
that.
game.
That was a tough game
Also,
winner too.
what's with those fans booing Miles Turner? Like what?
It's because Miles Turner, as soon as he got traded, started like just talking crazy about Halliburton. He
Oh,
was
okay,
saying
I didn't
like
see that.
how like Halliburton can basically do whatever he wants and the organization will just protect him no matter what, and that's the way like he can just talk like crazy in the playoffs and whatever.
It's
But
probably
like
true.
yeah,
Yeah, I have Giannis in there. I think some players' greatness just starts to be taken for granted, and I will not do that with Giannis. I see you. So, um,
okay, valid. My number three is Vic. He's the only player in this group where I think undoubtedly you could say he's a top three offensive talent. I never said scorer. I never said playmaker. Just offensive talent as a whole and top three defender. In my opinion, he's the best
best
defender in the
defender.
league.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's best defender in the league.
Yeah, no, but I was just making the case like top three in both categories, right? This guy's averaging 4 blocks, has the biggest defensive impact I've seen since I don't know, Dwight Howard, like prime Dwight Howard,
Probably
legitimately.
bigger.
Maybe Kawhi
I
Leonard.
don't. I can't think of a player's defensive impact. Because
No,
Mikey,
no,
you can't, bro. You can't go in the paint. Like, if he's in the paint, you cannot take a shot in the paint. Like I was texting you last night during the game. Like there are players passing up what currently is a wide open layup, but just because Vic is within the vicinity, it's not. Like
man.
I don't know a player that ever was like this.
And a point that I just thought of: imagine. Vic and like let's say let's even go back to 2010. Let's say Dwight Howard era. Let's take out Dwight, let's put Vic on that team. He is averaging probably 6 blocks a game in that slower pace, like more paint-oriented NBA. And
Yes.
that's only about 15 years ago. Imagine him in the 90s or something, 2000s.
Yes.
People
Imagine when
would
there was
people
no
would think,
three-point line. He would have been on will timing, averaging 20 blocks a game.
bro, like George Mirasan, Manute Bol time, and just like setting things straight to hell. Like actually like 8, 10
He would
blocks a
have been a
game.
fairy tale.
Yeah, boys would have thought he was fake like Wilt. But yeah, that's my main reason for Vic. He's just generational, man. As I said, he added the Akeem footwork to his game. He added the Jamal crossovers to his game, and also um, just the 3-point attempts that we brought up briefly earlier. He shot 9 a game last year. He only shoots 2.5, 3 a game this year, and that has drastically helped his game and helped his team overall, as we can see, which is reflected in this team's record. So he's my
He's
number
looking
3.
strong. He's looking strong, man.
And
Like
he
he's
doesn't look
looking.
strong, but he is
He is
like
strong.
physically, but like
Yeah,
he is strong.
he's
Yeah.
pushing around centers. I have Wemby too, so I don't know if you want to give your. I don't feel like we need to. Think we already
Okay.
placed him
Yeah, my
enough.
number 2 is SGA. Just because
Okay.
he's basically back where he left off from his MVP season, and as we said, J-Dub's out, and they're still 8-1, number 1 seed in the West.
Yes. So that leaves us with the same number one. I'm assuming the Dawn.
Maybe, yeah, the Dawn. It
Okay,
has to be,
so
bro.
we each got Dawn there. He's averaging 40. Was 45 a couple nights ago, but yeah, I mean carrying a team that's missing LeBron, AR for some time. AR just a couple games like you said, but
Mhm.
just there's players that make splash plays, and then there's players that like are the offense, and Luka is the generator of the entire offense. He is the offense, and for him to still be as efficient as he is, even though last night he wasn't the best, I think he was 7 for 27. But
But he still dropped
just in
like
general,
35.
yeah. His off night was 35, 12, and 9. So that's
What
when it's
what can
like
we tell you, right?
that's like when Luka had a bad game. Yeah.
Are
Um,
we expecting a big like I want to see a big Luka game. Like I want to see him go for like
that 70
65.
ball again.
Bro, imagine in the Staple, well, it's not the Staples Center anymore. In the crypto, is it crypto.com arena? In the
Yes.
crypto arena, man, that would be generational. But yeah, it has to be Luca. So for me, just to recap my power rankings, I got number 1, Luka Doncic, number 2, SGA, number 3, Wemby, number 4, the Giddler, and number 5, Maxi.
Okay.
Who you
And
got, AD?
I'm on different timing. I still did it more of like a historical list, but I'll be on better timing. Yeah, yeah.
Traditional-esque list.
I got Jokic, Shea, Giannis, Wemby, Luka.
All right,
Not having
bet.
Giannis, I don't know. I think you have to have Giannis in there. I can't lie.
I had him as honor, like I had him and Jokic out of the top 5. Like
I
that
know.
like people could consider that, well, people will consider that disrespectful and troll, like especially
No,
Eamon if he
Jokic is
watched
okay.
this.
Jokic is averaging 24. Like that's fine. But Giannis is
But he's
like,
still having a triple double and is like the third seed to like
yeah,
the like I could easily have him here above the Giddler, but I just kind of want to
yeah.
troll. And he's
No,
also
that's
the
fine.
first seed, so like it is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're gonna move on to our last thing here. So, like we
Okay.
said at the end of each pod, we kind of want to do something fun. Um,
hmm
so we're gonna test Micah's knowledge right here and play who he play for.
Oh
So it's
Lord.
exactly how it sounds. So I'm gonna give Micah some players, and he's got to tell me what team he plays for. That's as easy as
Let's
it
go.
gets. We're gonna do 5 players. Micah, are you ready? What are you predicting for your score?
I'm predicting a 2 out of 5 score.
Okay,
I I don't know
that's
if I
fine.
have the clutch gene in terms of these games, but hey, we'll see. Maybe I'll impress myself.
This will either be like I don't see there being any in between. Like I see it being like 4 out of 5 or 1 out of 5. Like I
Okay,
don't see you
okay.
getting 2 or 3 if you okay, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So our first player,
Okay.
who does Grant Williams play for? Are you on mute?
My bad, bro. My bad. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes. I think you said
Okay,
the
okay.
Hornets though, right?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the
Yes,
Hornets, the Hornets.
correct. To 1 for 1.
Okay, sweet, 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 sweet.
Okay. Micah, who does Chris Boucher play for?
The Celtics. Okay, okay. I'm already
He
doing
does.
great. I'm
Okay,
already doing
okay.
great.
Dang, I might have made these too easy. I might have made these too easy.
No, it's good. It's good.
Who does Jordan Clarkson play for?
Oh, okay. So my, I'll walk you through my thought process. My first
Okay.
initial reaction was the Jazz,
Okay.
but I just have a feeling it's not the Jazz. Like, and I'm assuming that all these players are players that have moved recently that you would try to mess with me with. So
Grant
we're
Williams was
gonna
with the
go
Hornets last year.
with. He's on the Knicks, isn't he? He's on the Knicks,
Yeah, he
right?
is.
Ah, yes, because I heard them
Good
talk
pull.
about how he's an offensive engine off the bench for them now. Okay, bet.
Good pull. Okay, 3 for 3. I might have made these too easy.
No, I'm feeling great, man. No, I just have W ball knowledge. It's from
Number
fantasy, buddy.
number 4. Micah, who does John Collins play for?
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say the Jazz, but I know that he's on the Clippers now, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, I'm him.
And
I'm
Micah
him.
looking for a 5 for 5 sweep. This might be the easiest one out of the five. So,
Okay,
Micah, who does Kelly Olynyk play for?
don't tell me this is the one where I mess up. Oh no, because the Raptors trade, he's in Nola, New Orleans, right?
Is this your final guess? Incorrect. Micah, you watched him last night play the Lakers. He plays
Bro,
for the
I actually did.
Spurs.
I actually
That's
did.
why I
I
thought it'd
actually
be the
did.
easiest.
Bro,
Oh
was he not a
no,
part of
that's
that?
what
He was
sells
a
the
part of that
5 for
move though, wasn't
5.
he? Ah,
Um, I
wasn't he a
forget
part
if
of
it
that
included
move?
another team,
It,
but
it
he
was it
plays
was
for the
Kelly.
Spurs.
Remember it was Kelly Olynyk, Bruce Brown, and like a first rounder for
Yeah,
BI.
yeah.
That's where my head went. Ah, damn.
Okay,
Okay,
four for
it is what
five.
it is. It is
Wow,
what it is. It was it is.
good performance.
Yeah. Well, man, honestly, I'm happy with how this episode has gone, man. The rust is off.
Okay,
It feels like it's off the
yeah.
shoulder. We're back to it. Hopefully, we'll have. No, we actually will. I'll guarantee you guys that we'll have another person on the pod next time. A mystery
Yes.
guest. We'll see. Maybe a
Okay.
returner, maybe not. We'll see.
Okay. Okay.
We'll see. All right.
Sounds good. All right. Are we all good, Micah?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Peace.